Hey, what is going on? What is going on? This is Mike Clark, Keys and Knowledge, powered by the War Team, man. You guys see it back in the War Room, a warm film session. Beautiful room, man, set up, ready to go, man. Once again, I want you guys to know that we're working. We're working. I told you last week that we're going to be working on the next home buyers grant program. We went ahead all last week and we spoke about the Mikasa Homebuyer Grant Program, which is a great program. Definitely have any questions, concerns, want to know how to get started with it, definitely hit me up. I would be excited to walk you through step by step on what is required. Of course, like I said, I have a week worth of content. You can go through that as well. If that's just too much for you, go to the El Paso City website. You can go from there and you can actually look up Mikasa Homebuyer Grant Program, including the one that I'm going to speak about today. And of course, man, um, let me know. Let me know if you need anything. So we're just gonna jump right into it. Got like maybe like 30 minutes before I have to start my training. So I want to get this through because I told you guys I'll be starting this. And I leave Thursday. So actually gonna go to Disney World if you guys don't know. So I'll be going for a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep up with the content even while I'm out on vacation. I'm gonna try. We'll see. Fingers crossed. All right, so we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm looking at the moment. Boom, boom. Let's see if we can go ahead and now put. All right, we're going to add it to the stage. Now, we are on the website, El Paso City, El Paso. Now, I'm going to go to the very beginning, just for anyone that's brand new, doesn't know how to get to it. You know, we went this, we learned the trials and tribulations of figuring this piece out, so bear with me, right? But we want to go to, not government, but to the department, city departments. From the city departments, we're going to go to community and human development. This is where we want to go to. From there, we're going to go to neighborhood development. Right here, you have these drop downs here. And click neighborhood development. From there, we're going to click on Housing Finance Corporation. We'll go to Housing Finance Corporation. From there, now we're going down. So just so people understand what the Housing Finance Corporation is. Once again, the El Paso Housing Finance Corporation is an independent entity created pursuant to the Housing Finance Corporation Act by the City Council as a nonprofit corporation and has been in existence since 1979. And they're still working, gentlemen. Ladies, they're still working. All right. So this is just a private entity. They're responsible for helping, collect those resources, man. And I want to do a episode, diving more in detail of the Housing Finance Corporation and let's see everything that they've brought to the community of El Paso to get a better better idea of what all has been established. Because once again, we don't want to continue to say what people aren't doing, what's not available. Let's see what the sources were here. What pieces were here. Let's take a look. Let's take a deep dive through it. Now, from here, we're going to go down, and there's two different grant programs highlighted on this particular website. Like I said last week, we went through the Mikasa Home Buyer Grant Program, which is open now. It won't last long. Once again, remember, it's a collection of funds. It's going to be there until it's, the last person is represented, the last person is funded. The goal of this is not to have any money left. So when they go back and reapply to have more money brought into El Paso for low income, median home families, they can do that, man. Because I promise you, it's like anything else you ever heard. It's your job, your career. It always happened in the military. It's called use it or lose it, man. Use it or lose it. So you don't use those funds, they're gone. Now, like I said, we're jumping right into the next program this week. We're going to highlight this program in great detail. Welcome Home El Paso Down Payment Grant Program. All right. Very similar to the Mikasa one, but a little different. Now it says grants up to 5% of the principal loan amount to help a buyer to buy a home within the El Paso city limits. Remember, this one was up to $20,000. The $20,000, we did the math on it. It covered up to a $500,000 home. This one, as you can see, is a little different because it only goes up to a certain dollar amount when it comes to the purchase price of a home. We'll see that once we get to the website. It doesn't list it right here necessarily right now. So Once again, it says grants up to 5% of the principal loan amount to help within the El Paso city limits. It's not saying that it needs to be in a targeted area or non-targeted area. Like I said, versus the Mikasa Homebuyer Grant Program, things change depending on where you're purchasing. This one's a little different. Like I said, it's all throughout. As long as it's in El Paso city limits, you're fine. Now, this is also different. A household of 2 or less can't make more than $90,100. So you want to make to that point or less. At that point, 90,100 or less, you can qualify. If you have a household of 3 or more, then you're talking about 103,615. Now, once again, just like the previous one, we went over it. We're going to find in great detail. I'm actually going to give this grant program a phone call. There should be a different entity that overruns or sees this. Give them a call just to verify that these numbers are what they are, because what we found out last week is these numbers were not the same as what was located on their website. So understand that things did change, incentives change, the need changes. So that's why you want to call and get information. Now, buying a home can be affordable thanks to the partnership between El Paso Housing Finance Corporation and the local home mortgage lenders. Home buyers in the El Paso program area have a chance to own a home of their own with a down payment and or closing cost assistance. Here are the details, but you should go directly to one of the participating lenders to apply. You do not have to come to City Hall to apply. So I even understand that part. Why would I do that? But this is great right here. This is great information. This is what we need to know. So look, this is the flyer. I'm gonna open this up for you guys. You guys can see this. So this is the flyer. Once you click on it, grant funds still available. Welcome home, El Paso Down Payment Grant Program. Like I said, this one says up to 16,000. The Mikasa was up to 20,000. Max income is 103, just like we saw earlier. This one says max income for a 2-person household, 90,100. And this is what I was telling you about, the max home price. So, it said up to 5%, right? So you select grant request up to 5%. It's going to go 5% up to this amount, $349,525. $349,525. As well as another condition to be met, you must complete a homebuyer education, homebuyer program as well. Same requirement, just a class. It also says right here, as you can see, online is okay. So you don't have to come to an actual educational facility. You can do this straight from your home. Now, of course, it has more information. It's telling you, who you can call, who you can speak to. GECU, they're a partner with it. The Guardian Mortgage, they're partnered with it. And then also here goes the Help El Paso Housing Finance Corp. We're going to give them a call tomorrow. I'm going to try to do a live call, try to get some information over the phone. Also, if I could see if I could be some sort of ambassador for this program as well. Same thing I did with the Mikasa, which was great. I didn't necessarily hear from anyone, but something got through when I went ahead and put my information through the email, that they went ahead and did a co-branding and put my information on there. So, I still would like to hear from them as well, so I can just kind of get some more information about it. Maybe some people that actually utilize it. I want to be able to hear from those type of people, or lately who was denied, who was the last person denied for this program and why. I would love to have that information. So as you can see, it's nothing more different than the previous one. What I'm going to do right here, let me see here. See if there's a website set up. See if there's I'm looking up because the monitor's up here. You guys can see. Here you still see it. All right. No, there's nothing too different. So we really just stayed on this side, but this is the same link. Like I said, elpasohfc.org. Once again, you guys can click this video, which is great. Gives you clean information. Now, once again, we're just going to repeat the same information on the web from the website. It has an updated graphic, which looks a lot better, of course. And then as well, Open Now. Of course, it still say Open Now. Welcome Home El Paso Grant Program. This program provides grants of up to 5% purchase price, qualifying principal residents located within the city limits. Of course, you're not limited to targeted or non-targeted areas. As long as it's in El Paso, that's great. Program funded so far 276 loans with over 1.3 million in down payment assistance. That's exciting, man. 267 families, 276 families got some help, man. That's beautiful. Strategic partnership with Freddie Mac. As you know, that's beautiful right there. Freddie Mac is helping contributed. They actually helped over, bring in an additional 127,000. So that's an additional down payment assistance to household at a very low and low income earning levels. So that's great, man. Now we get into nitty gritty. Once again, so this program is available within the city of El Paso. The max home price, like I said, 349, 525. Your max FICO score is 620. Additionally, goes over those income household, what you're allowed to make. And you might say, well, how are they going to verify this? Taxes. You're going to verify this from your taxes. So make sure you have your tax paperwork in order and make sure you fall under these numbers. So that's how they will verify that information, as well as here we go. Home must be located within the city limits. Again, remember, I told you guys over here, non-target areas, targeted areas, up to 5%, must complete home buyer online course, must meet regular Freddie Mac LPA underwriting guidelines. More information that could be given from a lender on underwriting guidelines, but simply you just need to have that 620. You need to make sure that your income is around this point. And then also it comes with those guidelines as well. Like I said, I'm not a mortgage lender, but your debt to income ratio, all those different things will be taken into consideration when it comes to looking into this program. So just make sure everything's in order. If it's not, for whatever reason, I would say don't just sit there and dissect yourself. Like you're not a doctor, so you might say I'm sick or I've felt these certain conditions before. Nothing wrong with me, but you may want to go to a doctor because it may be more serious, or it maybe it's nothing at all, or maybe hey, you just take this medication, you're fine. It's the exact same thing, man. Um, so often we get comfortable diagnosing ourselves and saying, "Oh, we don't qualify. Oh, I can't do it. It's not that bad," or whatever. You generating all these different ideas in your head. I say don't do that. Just like I said, give them a call, see if you qualify. If not, which is great too, man, you may have an opportunity to find out and discover another program that you might qualify under. So that's something you definitely want to look into. Change Home Mortgage. I told you I work with Kaneem Manuel. Um, he's spoken to me many times. Like, hey, we find out some programs aren't available or not, ideal program for someone. Hey, we have other programs that may fit. So that's why I say just give them a call, figure that piece out. All right, and then boom, from there, that's it. I think this is just talking about the last program that was successfully utilized, called a TDHCA 2023 Single Family Allocation Assignment. So, but that's it. That is it. That's all we're going to go over. I want to go over more information tomorrow. I'm going to spend time giving them a call, getting more information, and then just going from there, man. That's about it. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely don't hesitate to hit me up. Oh my God, turn the TV off. Don't hesitate to hit me up. None of that good stuff, all that good stuff. So once again, what I got going on for this week, I have an open house later today. It's gonna be a little later today. It's the same house, but it's gonna be from 4 to 7. So I'm gonna go over there today. What else I got going on? I was went to Toastmasters today, but I have much needed training that I have to get done as well. You guys don't already know, I'm going to be co-chair of YPN, Young Professional Network. So I'm just coming up with some ideas, some different things I want to do when it comes to that particular committee. Of course, I still have my chair, so definitely I'm going to follow my president's guide, what they want to do, right? What she wants to do. But I want to have some ideas of my own. Additionally, what else I got going on? training. Like I said, I just finished my bachelor's degree, so now I'm just trying to figure out some certifications that I need. I want to do some much needed training when it comes to not accreditations, but there's these not titles, but some training you can get as a realtor that's more specialized. So, like for example, like working with just VA home loans, understanding that program inside and out, as well as PCS move. There's another one when it comes to dealing with appraisers and different things like that. So I want to work on that as well. And then that's about it. I don't want to do too much this week, but it's gonna be a light week this week. But hopefully you get out there, you work, grind. If you have anything, you have any real estate needs, definitely hit me up. Definitely gonna be calling clients over the week, just checking in, seeing how everything's going. I'm never too pushy. I don't want to be that at all. However, I do want to stay in touch and let people know of opportunities that are available. So, yeah, have any questions, concerns, definitely give me a phone call. My number is 915-487-6602. My website, easyknowledge.com. Scrolling at the very bottom. Check out my website. It has a bunch of resources for you, as well as all of my social media handles. So you'll be able to see everything that I'm doing, including this video. This is live stream, straight to YouTube. It's saved under live videos. It's not an actual video that I'm cutting, editing. This makes it a lot easier, man. I can just hit record, boom, push that content out, boom, you got it. It's available. And then, yeah, that's all I got for you. But like I said, any questions, put it down in the comment section. Anything you want to hear from me or anything you want to know more about, hit me up. Of course, the last thing I do got to tell you guys, of course, go out and vote. Tomorrow's the last day to vote. Go out and vote, man. There's so many different things from you're talking about different ways the judges can go ahead and enforce no bails for different crimes, extreme crimes. You want to go and vote on that. Of course, you also have your homestead exemption. There's 2 homestead exemptions that are being voted on as well. When it comes to school, the school corp tax rate, that's on there as well. There's a lot of different things, that you need to vote for. And I would say, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm at that booth and some of this stuff is going over my head when I'm voting. The language is tough, bro. Language is tough. So if you don't have an idea of what you're gonna vote on, or you have not seen the ballot, take the time to look at the ballot, run it through ChatGPT and explain it to you like you're 5 years old. Or Google the information and try to get a better understanding of it before you go. Because I'm telling you, you'll sit there and you're looking at this stuff and you're like, man, unless you're a lawyer or you're somebody in the government sector, you're going to understand it. But if you're not, man, it's going to be tough. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. Or maybe it's just me. But, I'm going to be real with you, of course. I was once I got past the homestead stuff that pertained to, what I do every day. What is this? What is it? It's not even a help button. It's not like a something that pops up and says, hey, this is a better explanation of what this is the pros and cons of. No, man. So do your research before you go. That's all I got to say. So you got one more day, November 4th. Go vote, go vote, go vote, go vote, go vote. I can't say it enough. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Peace.